The family of the late Patriarch Chief Adeola Odutola celebrates the 30th anniversary of his remembrance in Ijebu-Ode. Chief Adeola Odutola was one of the pioneers of modern Nigerian indigenous entrepreneurship and the first president of the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria. His life embodied a legacy worthy of emulation.
The day started at the Onibudo house, the grand crystal white aesthetically pleasing family home of the Odutolas in Ijebu-Ode. Three decades after the demise of the beloved patriarch of the family, they all come together to celebrate the life and times of their beloved father, grandfather and great-grandfather, late Chief Adeola Odutola. The itinerary for the day gradually unfolds. For a start, they all assemble at the movie room, wearing matching t-shirts for an exclusive viewing of selected movies, after which they take a walk that gradually leads them to pose for pictures by the mini pictorial wall of the late patriarch. Already in high spirits, all roads lead to the church service at the Adeola Odutola Anglican Church Ijebu-Ode, where the half of the ceremony begins. Staying true to his legacy as Ashiwaju Onigbagbo, it is of great significance that the church is the first stop. A solemn look of fulfillment can be seen on the faces of the family members now inside the church. Children, grandchildren and close associates are in matching Ankara prints, singing along with the choir as the organ serves its musical purpose. The Boys Brigade of Adeola Odutola Church march in synchronized steps, blowing their trumpets loudly in honor of the occasion. The sermon of the day is taken by the Most Reverend Dr. Michael Olushino Fakwe, Archbishop of Lagos Province and Bishop of Remo Diocese. The Archbishop laid emphasis on the impact the late Chief Adeola Odutola's life continues to have on the society even several years after his passing.
To remember the life and times of Chief Timothy Adeola Odutola, who was called home on April 13, 1995, exactly 30 years ago. Even though Papa had been called home 30 years ago, he continues to be relevant in every way, economically, educationally, religiously, and even politically.
Following the sermon, the congregation rise to participate in the offering rites, swaying and singing along with the choristers. A praise session follows swiftly as members of the family dance in gratitude to God for the life of their patriarch. Boys Brigade of Adeola Odutola Church come forward for another salutation. And on that agile note, the service is brought to an end. The priest and the choristers leads the procession out. The salutation by the Boys Brigade of Adeola Odutola Church continued on the premises. This time, the boys pay respects to family representatives, Professor Onyade Olurin, Papa's oldest surviving child, and Madam Dupe Odutola, his last surviving wife. They stand at attention in honor of the late Patriarch's memory. Still at the church premises, members of the family surround the statue of late Chief Adeola Odutola. The tall monument in his honor serves as a significant part of preserving his lifelong legacy and a nostalgic site for loved ones as the monument stands on his gravesite. With the nostalgic feeling still in the air, the reception hall opens up to the second half of the 30 years remembrance anniversary of the great man, Chief Adeola Odutola. The walkway leading to the Adeola Odutola Hall is adorned with pictures of the late Patriarch. Various assorted dishes are served as the resident live band sing familiar musical numbers to the delight of the guests. Soon enough, the guests take to the dance floor. Speaking on behalf of the family, Mrs. Oyeyimika Adeboye shares a heartfelt tribute.
We essentially respected each other. My father was a disciplinarian. My children today, I don't want to say poor children, but sometimes they ask me why am I so hard. And sometimes I wish they knew my father, that they would at least get on my back and understand why I'm quote and unquote so hard. But I think the training we had is what has made a lot of us who we are today. When I look at my older siblings, I look at what they have achieved and who they are today, you can tell that, they came from a good root.
Born in 1902 in Ijebu-Ode, Ogun State, Chief Dr. Timothy Adeola Odutola was immersed in the traditions of his Yoruba heritage and greatly valued education and community service. He pursued his education at various local institutions. Despite losing his father at the tender age of 13, this foundational education was only made possible by his mother's hard work and the support of a caring uncle, and it prepared him for the future endeavors in business and community-oriented initiatives. Beginning his business career in 1932 after resigning from civil service, the late Chief Odutola ventured into commodity trading, cocoa and palm kernel, and subsequently diversified into gold mining in Ilesha, timber across Ijebuland, and rubber and oil palm plantations in J4, where he also bred a few heads of cattle. With the business expansion came the vision to venture into the manufacturing sector, starting with a tire retreading factory in Ibadan and later in Kano and Onitsha in order to get national coverage. He later built a bicycle tire factory and a biscuit factory in Ijebu-Ode. In partnership with a lifelong friend, Mr. A.G. Leventis, he had additional business interest in manufacturing of Crown Corks, Crown products in Ijebu-Ode, and Lager Beer Brewing, consolidated breweries in Imagbon, makers of 3-3 export beer now owned by Heineken. His business acumen and visionary leadership led to the creation of the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, MAN, where he was a founding member and first president. He was also a president of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. In 1966, he was honored with the title of Officer of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, OFR, and in 1982 with the Commander of the Niger, CON. When he became recognized as a Shiwaju of Ijebu Christians, he fulfilled his ambition to build a place of worship to honor God by handing over the Adeola Odutola Anglican Church to the Anglican Diocese in 1987. Chief Dr. Timothy Adeola Odutola passed away on April 13, 1995, but his legacy remains a source of inspiration for many. His contributions to Nigeria's manufacturing sector, educational advancement, and community leadership have left an indelible mark on the nation.